on a revenge tour this season, Kevin, and you can thank USA Basketball. Both players, they will be playing with a chip on their shoulder and something to prove. As for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson was the best player in last season's playoffs, and now he'll have even more room to operate with the addition of Karl Anthony Towns, who in my opinion is the best shooting big man in the game. Could this be an early preview of the Eastern Conference Finals? Only time will tell, partner.
All right, tonight's starting lineups are presented by Kia and a revamped, retooled New York Knicks team with big off-season moves, bringing in Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns, joining Anunoby, Hart, and the centerpiece, Jalen Brunson. 13 players off of last year's championship team are still with the Celtics, including Holiday, White, Brown, Tatum, and 38-year-old Al Horford. The Celtics a season ago, 64 wins and 37 wins in this building at home.
And without, obviously, the services of Porzingis, but remember now, the Celtics were 31-6 without Porzingis, and that includes the playoffs. And something to watch for New York. We talked about the addition of Karl Anthony Towns. Watch the spacing on the high screening roll with Brunson and Towns and how he operates playing downhill.
Our officials tonight, the crew chief is Zach Sarba, the referee Mark Lindsay, the umpire Brandon Schwab, and the replay center Brian Forte. Here we go, and Derek White can take it against Anunoby. Mikal Bridges, who has struggled in the preseason for the Knicks. We're short-handed tonight. A try by Anunoby inside.
Nice move there by OG. Really known for his corner threes out there.
With the minutes, Anunoby collects the loose ball. Here comes Jalen Brunson with the stutter step and a drive into Holiday.
Two possessions for the Knicks and two different players playing Jalen Brunson.
Boston Celtics a season ago, the #1 rated offense, right in the paint, on the front times.
Coach Mazzulla says he wanted to see more of that from Derek White, playing downhill. Wants him to attack the offensive glass and play downhill, especially on those high street rolls.
Here's Mikal Bridges. They got him in a trade with the Nets. He began with the Phoenix Suns, and Brunson slicing up the shot. He hits it over Brown down low.
So it's been Brown and it's been Holiday to start off on Jalen Brunson, who's 2 for 2 here early on. How huge was Horford down the stretch, especially without the services of Porzingis. Heart and soul of the Celtics team.
Porzingis is out, off-season surgery on his left foot, out probably 2 months. And hopefully by the first of the year, he is back and ready to go for the Celtics. But they are used to not playing with him. He missed a lot of games a season ago. Karl Anthony Towns, the mismatch on Holiday.
How about the patience by Cat? Recognizing he had the small defender.
Here's Brown, who has added a lot of muscle, a little bit of weight with eyes flick on Bridges. There's a disruptive defensive source. And picked up inside on the rebound, collected, right, corner three.
Jalen Brunson intentionally kicked Jalen Brown. Words being said between the two players.
They met 5 times a season ago, and the Celtics won 4 of the 5. And they begin the season here tonight with the collision. Brunson down, retrieved by the Celtics, who lead by 3 early on TNT.
ring night. Well, I don't want to bother. Anyway, Chuck, don't forget to download the FanDuel Sports app. It's the best place for all live betting and the same game parlays, and it pays out instantly. Okay, tonight's question. Who wins tonight, the Knicks or the Celtics?
We said that every game. You have to read the card, dummy. I'm going to go with the Celtics.
It's our first game of the year. Ring night. Ring night.
At City Hall Plaza, about a mile from here. Josh Hart just hit. 5-5 start for the New York Knicks. Towns backing into Brown. Rebound, clutched down to by Horford. It goes out to White. The acceleration into Brunson. And picked off by Hart. Played a lot of minutes second half of last season because of injury. That hurt his abdomen with an injury late in the playoffs. A steal by White. And Tatum will jackhammer it in.
Well, it shows you the length of Tatum coming up with that steal with the wraparound. That's the third player to be guarding Jalen Brunson in this first quarter.
Last season on the road, the Knicks went 23-18. Nice. The fake, the try, and the easy two.
Set him up with the pump fake from three. Got all the way to the cup.
With his three. It's Towns inside. The last time we saw Karl Anthony Towns playing in the Western Conference Finals for the Timberwolves of the Look at 36-year-old third-year head coach Joe Mazzulla. You can see that go back to Bill Russell to find a younger head coach to win a finals back in the late 60s.
Sixth youngest, right?
Yep. Wow. Three, White. Towns the rebound. Size, of course, limited with Mitchell Robinson out. An injured corner shot. The three won't go from Bridges. Working on that shot. He was struggling in the preseason. Only 2-19 from three. White chiseling his way. It's out to Brown for three.
Drew Holiday just makes the simple play. Beautiful, just tap pass over to Brown, who knocks down the easy three.
Mitchell Robinson is out for the Knicks. Precious Achua is out for the Knicks. They double Towns, who finds Hart, who kicks it outside. Anunoby, a two-point shot. Brown serves the rebound. And a drive inside.
Oh, nice.
It's Brown against Towns. The tip-in.
Unselfish basketball being played on both ends here.
And Karl Anthony Towns, multiple All-Stars. Brunson emerging as one of the superstars in the NBA, and Bridges, one of the great additions, and across the lane, working on White. Rebound by Tatum. The defense last year had a number 2 rating for the Celtics. Great feed, Tatum back from White with the collision. Anunoby hits the deck, and a foul called on OG Anunoby. Nice feed inside.
Very definition of a screen and roll. Good hands there by Jason Tatum. And we're going to see some outstanding perimeter defense from the Knicks as well as the Boston Celtics with all this length out here from their wing players.
Good point. Jason Tatum, an 83% free throw shooter a season ago. Your voice matters. Vote early if you can, or on Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th. It's time to get in the game. To learn more, go to nba.com/elections. Tom Thibodeau, the 66-year-old fifth-year head coach, a 2-time NBA Coach of the Year for the New York Knicks. When you saw the deals by the Knicks this summer, what were some of your early thoughts on what they did to, in their opinion, improve and space the floor and change the way they play?
Number one, it's always been a copycat league. And you always see what the champions are doing. So what does Boston have? They have a lot of length, and they develop that bench. They played 9 deep the whole season. Here's a steal by Boston. So that's exactly what New York went out and did. They got Mikal Bridges, who hasn't missed a game since kindergarten.
Cornet, that's the basket. Cornet is coming for Brown. Pritchard has come in for Holiday, and the Celtics on an 8-0 run.
The Knicks do sign OG, but again, their big splash was getting Karl Anthony Towns, as Jalen Brunson now is perfect from the floor, 3 of 3 and 6 points.
Brunson averaged 29 points a game last season. Jericho Sims has come in for the Knicks. Cornette the screen. And he goes out on Tatum with the 3. Cornette trying to get it. Tapped away. And here come the New York Knicks with Hart against Pritchard, who played terrifically in the preseason. Nice move inside by Brunson. Hart for 3. And the rebound by Horford. So the Celtics took the most three-point shots of any team in the NBA a season ago. The Knicks rolling in with 13 in three-point tries. Tatum spins into Anunoby and picked up by Jericho Sims.
Boston took the most. They made the most.
Good
Number
position
one in
for
percentage.
Pritchard. Works on Pritchard. There's a foul called down low on Peyton Pritchard, who picks up number 1 for the season.
He averaged 16.5 threes a game. Shot over 40. Shot 39% as a team, which was second best. How about the corner threes, right? That's what's so valuable. Is all that dribble penetration, being able to find those easy corner threes.
Miles McBride will check in for Anunoby. Brunson on top. White has him. Hart again. McBride screened by Hart. And the mid-range shot will go.
He was raving about Deuce McBride and what he's going to be able to bring to that second unit of the New York Knicks.
Ford's
championship rings just moments before we tip this one off. Listen, the star power in the starting five is as good as it gets, as good as any team in this league. But the success that led to that championship run last season had so much to do with the team's depth, and only one member of that puzzle is missing. It's Kristaps Porzingis. He is slated to return in December. He's shooting, he's conditioning, but he has yet to do any contact work. We talked to Coach Mazzulla about it. He said, listen, as much as we miss him, we're okay because, quote, we have different identities since he missed time. That and the fact that Al Horford doesn't play in back-to-backs, it allowed us to develop different lineups and win in different ways. To me, we get to keep developing without him.
Ellie, what about the record when they haven't had Porzingis both in the postseason and the regular season? It's very good for the Boston Celtics.
That's right, and people forget he only played in 25 games last season and only 7 in the postseason. They are very comfortable without him as much as they want him.
Ellie, thank you very much. You see the long body of Kristaps Porzingis, who was drafted by the New York Knicks years ago, number 4 overall.
Pritchard plays under review.
Did he get the shot off in
if it
time?
happened prior to a shot clock
It was
violation.
close. It looks like it was out of his hands. But going back to Alan's point, 31-6 that Boston was without Porzingis. So they're comfortable without having the big fella in the lineup. And you're right. It has allowed Boston to explore and expand that bench. And you see Lucas Ornette, who was fantastic down the stretch as well as the playoffs for the Celtics.
The illegal contact by Pritchard took place with 5:10 on the shot clock. Therefore, the foul stands. Put 4:11 on the game clock, please.
After the video review, the call on the foot swing with the personal foul.
Pritchard does pick up the second. Hart will be at the free throw line with the Celtics having led by as many as 9. Knicks had an early lead of 1. And here is Josh Hart at the free throw line. He had an interesting comment in the New York papers this week. He said, I'm lost right now. I have no idea where I fit. As we take a look at the national TV schedule tomorrow, Bucks, Sixers, Suns, Clippers, both those on ESPN. Thursday, we'll be in Dallas. Wembanyama and the Spurs against Doncic and the Mavs. The team that played, the Celtics in the finals. Thunder and Nuggets is our nightcap. For more on these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. So White with a Cornet screen, and here is Tatum. And his shot is good, his second 3 of the game.
Number 1, great job by Cornet of setting that screen 2 or 3 feet higher on Mikal Bridges. And if you're Jericho Sims of New York, you've got to show early.
Inside, looking for the driving Sims on a feed from Brunson, and White the other way. Big contract, big shot here. 3-0, Sims the rebound. New York Knicks trading Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to the Timberwolves. Getting Karl Anthony Towns. It's Bridges for 3. Picked up inside. Sims out to McBride. Corner. Brunson on it against one of the best defensive players in the league in White. Shot clock at 4. Hart right there over Cornet. And Tatum's got the rebound. Limited lineup tonight for New York because of the injuries of 3 Tatum.
Tatum is on the heater right now. 50 points, 4 of 6 from downtown. Picking up where he left off in the NBA Finals, Kevin.
Ford's end-of-year drive-away.
Coach Thibs all preseason. This is the one thing that he was concerned about was opposing teams' three-point shooting.
Cameron Payne gets it off to Towns and back to Payne, who was near net, knocked away. It's picked up by Holiday. Terrific transition.
Terrific active hands there by Holiday.
Hauser continues on the floor. Pritchard is back there with him too, with Cornette and Tatum and Holiday. Anunoby back in the game. Hauser will defend. It's off to Miles McBride. Good move to get free. Good, and a foul. McBride puts it in. Hauser picks it up, and a free throw coming the way for the New York Knicks, fourth-year player out of West Virginia.
How about the concentration here by McBride? Little pump fake here. Regather. Hauser just a little bit late closing out, and there's the contact down low.
How about a guy who has worked on his three-point shot like Miles McBride? Remember, first 2 seasons, he was about 28%. Last season, vaulted that up to 41% from three, and hits that one as he was heavily defended.
And it shows you why Coach Thibodeau is excited about McBride coming off that second unit for the Knicks.
Anunoby, Bridges, Towns, McBride, and Payne. Here's the feed, looking for Cornette. Holiday got it back from Cornette, who missed, and a three by Holiday. Boy, they cannot miss from outside. 5 for Holiday, and as a team, 8 of 14. And they have to play here in the first. Payne, screen, Bridges. Rebound, Tatum. They averaged about 8 rebounds a game last year. The multiple all-star. Down went Holiday, shoved by Payne. Whistle on the play. Payne will pick it up. Cameron Payne.
New York fouls on number 1, Cameron Payne. That's his first.
Three-point shooting, huge right now for Boston.
Jason Tatum, season ago, 6th in the MVP voting, All-NBA first team, and right now, just getting clean looks from behind the arc.
Cameron Payne picked up the foul. Hauser.
Oh, man.
Another three.
And it shows you why. Again, the Celtics dominance from the three-point line just a year ago. Number 1 in mades, attempts, corner threes, getting it done here in this first quarter.
It's Bridges, and Cornette comes out on him, switching with Pritchard. Hauser's got the ball. He was 11th in three-point shooting a season ago, and Pritchard the other way. To fake on McBride and takes it in. Holiday could not convert. It is a goaltend to count the 2. And the Boston Celtics have gone up by 20 on Thibodeau's New York Knicks.
You know, something I've witnessed, and I've read a few articles about Mikal Bridges changing his form and his look on his jump shot. Something's going on with his release point because it does not look as smooth as it did when he was in Phoenix and Brooklyn.
Towns inside working on Cornette. It's been described as a hitch. And Bridges, 2 of 19 in the preseason, 0 of 10 in the final game. And that is certainly something for him to work on. Pritchard with a three. If it was an MVP in the entire NBA in the exhibition season,
it was Peyton Pritchard.
It may have been him.
Yes.
He was phenomenal in preseason. 50% from three-point territory. Has the contract he signed last year. And he's a member of a world championship team.
But again, Coach Mazzulla and the Celtics developing that bench.
Difference of 5 seconds. Game clock, shot clock. McBride over the long reach at Cornette. Another one from Miles McBride. Here's Pritchard trying to get it to go. His three, no. And the first quarter in the books. The Boston Celtics shot 59%. They hit 10 threes. Just one shy of the franchise record for threes and a quarter. The defense of their title has begun, and they have a lead over the Knicks after 1 on TNT.
Forwards.
Bleacher Report and got to connect with Celtics legend Kansas Jayhawk Paul Pierce at our game here tonight. Check out Paul Pierce's entire ring night courtside experience presented by AT&T on Bleacher Report. And a moment ago, Allie LaForce caught up with Knicks head coach Tom Thibodeau.
Well, Coach, you were so physical with them when they got to the rim, but what can you change to be better with the perimeter defense?
It's got to be more disciplined. We got to be up on their shots. They're a great three-point shooting team. We got to get it back inside 10.
Offensively, when you're in the half court, what are they doing on the ball screens, and how can you be better at attacking?
Just share the ball, read the game, hit the open man.
Thank you, Coach.
Tom Thibodeau's team, Reggie, is shooting 55% through the first quarter, yet they trail by 19 points.
Well, that lets you know offense isn't the problem. It's defensively not being able to show up on these high screening rolls and allowing some of these uncontested three-pointers.
Anunoby picked up by Hauser. Payne remains in the game. Brown's on him. It's a McBride shot off balance. That was right over Holiday. A beauty right there. McBride with 9. 4 of 4 off the bench.
Where would they be without
Oh my
McBride's
goodness.
offense?
He has really come out and fired away. Boston has 11 assists, only 1 turnover. Hauser triple. Nice rebound, snared inside by Karl Anthony Towns, who grew up a Knicks fan, grew up in New Jersey and grew up a Knicks fan. Now he's with his boyhood team. That's a 3, and it's off right there, missing Mikal Bridges.
None of these shots are even close. By Bridges.
They can't get it. Anunoby will chase it down, and here's Cameron Payne. Bridges is 0 of 5 in his Knicks debut. Comes from the Brooklyn Nets. Before that, the Phoenix Suns, where he was a vital piece of that team. It's Towns, and a beautiful move down low for the Knicks.
And find a way to slow down this game here and slow down the offense here of the Celtics.
Xavier Tillman is in for the first time for New York. First year as a full-time Celtic. Horford is back in. Tillman in the corner. There's a whistle down below. McBride hits the deck. That is a foul called on the Boston Celtics. Brown picks up number 1. Join Michelle Beadle and Chandler Parsons as they discuss the day's biggest NBA news on Run It Back. Watch FanDuel TV Plus for free on all your favorite devices. Chandler Parsons. Till that injury, boy, he was making a dent in the NBA. Terrific career at Florida. Here comes McBride. Holiday will stick on him. Daudier has come in for the first time. The rookie from France. A late first-round pick. He's in for the first time. It's Drew Holiday at 34 years of age, a 2-time NBA champion. Horford now. Shot clock at 9. Doubled inside. Always in a straitjacket with Towns and Payne. 7 on the shot clock, knocked away.
Well, already you can tell that the Knicks defensively have picked up their intensity here to start this second quarter.
And that's their calling card.
Yes, it's going to have to be their calling card.
Last year they had a defensive rating of 9. Number 2 in points allowed. 7 to fire. In the corner, Holiday. Rebound, another one for Karl Anthony Towns, his 3rd, with Payne racing the other way and met by Hauser. Cameron Payne played at Murray State, wheels inside and puts this over Tillman. It's picked up by Hauser and off to Brown. It's a 3. Horford has it, or rather Holiday has it. Horford will go down low. Towns is on him, screened by Tillman. Down goes Holiday. Tillman on the move. Got it. Horford, corner 3.
And this is what kills you. And this is why the Celtics have been so successful. 2 offensive rebounds that leads to a corner 3 by Al Horford.
Again, Mitchell Robinson is out. Precious Achiuwa is out. McBride drives and a foul as he was taking it through traffic. And Drew Holiday will pick it up. It's number 1 on him. And by the way, Isaiah Hartenstein is no longer a Knick, and he did a lot for this team. He is now with Oklahoma City. So here's Miles McBride a season ago. 86% from the line for the Knickerbockers. Tonight from Boston, the NBA on TNT is brought to you by the Kia Telluride X-Line. Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA, and by Royal Caribbean. Come seek.
And you see how certain players can kind of get you over the hump. Like, for me, Boston getting Drew Holiday, that got them over the hump. Championship level player. To me, Hartenstein and Alex Caruso going to OKC, a team that's young and loaded. Are those two pieces able to get the Thunder over the hump out there in the West?
Shoots, score! Three. His second. He's got 10.
And the Celtics as a team, 12 of 22 from deep, 54%, Kev.
Payne tries to penetrate. McBride outside, makes a move. That's a turnover.
He may have stepped out of bounds.
He didn't. Heel on the near side. Miles McBride. Brown lasers one in. Holiday there, jousting with McBride. 3, Horford. Hauser the hustle.
And another offensive rebound, which leads to a
3. He turns 28 in 2 days. Jaylen Brown, and Reggie mentioned it early on, was not selected for the U.S. Olympic team, has taken that chip on his shoulder and made it a boulder. Outside, long shot, 3 won't go, as Dadier cannot get it. The 19-year-old rookie from France. Anunoby got a hand on it. Tillman free in the corner. And picked up by Payne.
Think about that for Jaylen Brown. This is a guy coming off the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. The Finals MVP. You win a chip. Your other 4 guys in the starting lineup make the Olympic team, and you're twiddling your thumbs.
Well, actually, he was lifting weights, and then maybe he twiddled his thumbs.
But, you know, this is why when I talked to my open, why the 1-2 punch is going to have a chip on the shoulder, which is scary for the rest of the league. You know, Jason Tatum, there was a couple DMPs. This is a guy who was all NBA first team, and you can't get any burn on the Olympic team?
Dadier gets it out to McBride. Beats a couple, Anunoby now. Holiday and Deuce. McBride, step back. That's a 3.
Wow.
Got it again.
Wow.
Wow, does he have a hot hand for the Knicks? 6 of 6 off the bench. And like you said before, without him, where would the Knicks be? Tonight, he has really been a force. Tillman inside. Look at all the white jerseys around him. Good defense by New York. Hauser makes a move. Gets it to go. Nice shot right there. It's put up and through by Sam Hauser. Dan at Marquette, finished at UVA, undrafted player. The Knicks have developed, rather the Celtics have developed him, and he's become a terrific outside shooter with a good-looking drive, floating in. Cameron Payne gets 2 right there. Payne's first 2 of the game. You're watching Kia NBA Tip-Off 2024 on TNT.
First game back with my dogs at. Time to get in with my dogs at. Hey, stay cat. Them two's not gonna beat us. Keep them off that 3-point line and rebound. Need the high hand. Come on. Let's go. Right off the jump.
That was our State Farm audio assist. Long miss there by Peyton Pritchard.
With Hart, Brunson back out on the floor. One-time All-Stars on top. He gets a screen here from Sims, who's back in. Shoved from behind. Brunson hits the deck. Brown picks up the foul.
Bridges at the score table, getting ready to check back in here. And there's some chatter going on in the New York area. The struggles of Mikal Bridges. He was 2 of 19 in the preseason. Tonight, 0 of 4. Think about this. He is a career 38% three-point shooter. He made 120 corner threes alone a year ago.
Reggie,
number one.
He's made the most corner threes for 6 straight years in the NBA. And he's back out there right now playing for the Knicks starting tonight. He was looking at old tape when he played at Villanova. And he got rid of that hitch that he had. But it seems, as some people have watched him very closely in the preseason and practice, that maybe it is back. Here is Brunson at the line with his tremendous leadership, and Jalen's got 8.
I will say this. The form that he had in Phoenix on that run to the finals with Chris Paul, terrific. It was fantastic. And he became more of a scorer when he was with Brooklyn.
Tatum 3.
Look at that.
Tatum wins to Reggie. He puts him back up by 20, and he's hit 5 threes. Jason Tatum has gone 5 of 7 from 3.
Revenge tour. I mean, a couple DNPs on the national stage on his way to winning a gold medal.
He was 0-16 shooting. Brunson pickpocketed by Brown and sails the other way.
So your 2 best players, they feel slighted, right? Coming off a world championship. So you would think there would be a championship hangover. No, not when your 2 best players feel slighted.
We've seen teams get their rings, hoist the banner, and struggle inside. Sims right over Cornet inside, right? We've seen teams celebrate, and they're so
they get blown out of their own arena. Yes.
Diverted, yeah, and they usually struggle. Not the Celtics tonight. They're shooting a terrific 52%. But listen, the Knicks are shooting 53%. Pritchard, nice rotation. White, 3.
Talk about playing for one another. Peyton Pritchard had a wide open 3, but he recognized that White, with that corner 3, it was a better option.
What a pass by Hart. And never breaking stride was Brunson. Boston's at 15 threes. Brown and Josh Hart is on him. Here is Cornet. He signed an extension this offseason. Played for 14, second stint with the Celtics. White, he'll launch a 3. Another one!
Well, what did Coach Mazzulla said? He wanted Garrett Wright. Shoot more threes and crash the offensive glass from the corners. And thus far, in game number 1, he's heard the message and received it.
Brunson again powers his way in for his 12th point tonight.
He's perfect from the field. 5 of 5 for Brunson.
Wide alley is a terrific defensive player, and when you see tonight, alley, he's shooting well from 3.
He is, and I think Coach Mazzulla would be happy because that was the very first thing he said when we said, what can Derek White be better? If he can be better, he said, shoot more threes, shoot more threes. D. White told me he focused on being a better shooter all offseason, knowing teams were going to close out a little harder on him this season. He said also making the right reads when he doesn't have a shot. Coach said against the switch, they lose efficiency in the pick and roll, so he's worked hard on his switch reads as well, and that's when rolling to the basket comes into play. But he's certainly doesn't have a lot to improve on, but he's up for the challenge of those few things he can, being better.
Miles McBride, thank you, Allie, just picked up the personal foul. Reggie, the core is back for the Celtics, and it's been on display here tonight. A team playing with great confidence, knowing the challenge of trying to repeat. There hasn't been a defending champion returning its core like this since the 2004 Detroit Pistons. So it shows you that even the best teams can retool even with a title, but not the Celtics. They've only got 2 young players at the bottom of the roster that have come to but they brought back 13 players from last year's championship run.
And I will say this, and people watching, they think the way that Boston won their 18th championship was by doing it on the offensive end, shooting a lot of threes. That's not how they won a championship. How they won a championship was defensively. They were so locked in, and 1 through 5, and I'll include the bench in this as well, they were so disruptive.
Long shot will go. Falling right there, and now with 15, Jalen Brunson.
The Knicks are shooting 58%, and yet they're down 19.
It doesn't even compute. Brunson, last year, 7 threes put up a game, and he shot 40% from 3 last season. Down low, Bridges. Holiday is there. He's out there with White and Horford and Brown and Tatum. Starting group is out there right now for the Celtics. Towns a 3. One of the best, maybe the best big shooting big man this game has ever seen from distance.
Now, can they put a string of stops together with just a little over 2 minutes, and they're down 18. If they can get this down anywhere between 11 and 13 points here.
Hart is watching Tatum. Shot clock is down to 7. Tatum will drive hard into Towns and gets it to go. Back to a 20-point lead. Brunson again splits the D. Can't get it to go, and picked up by Brown. Brunson, Towns, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, the 5 for the Knicks. The twirling Brown, the foul called on New York. With 1:50 to go. Tatum has been working on his long shot, and it has shown itself tonight. Another 3 for Tatum.
splash for the Knicks in the offseason. Bringing in all-star Karl Anthony Towns. Off to a decent start. 9 points, 4 of 6 shooting. Here's that long ball, what he's known for. Being able to create space for Jalen Brunson to operate, who, by the way, is 6 of 7 and 15 points. So the 1-2 punch of the Knicks doing what they're supposed to do.
Towns averages 23 points a game, 11 rebounds, a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. Tatum. Right there, the Boston Celtics have just matched the franchise record for threes made in a half. That was number 17.
He is on a heater. Remember, they averaged 16 and a half made threes a game a season ago. Already 17 at the half.
And the record is 18. The NBA record is 18. Diving inside his heart and hits the floor. Foul called with 1:17 to go here in the second quarter. Right now, let's take a look at our FanDuel live point spread for tonight's game as Tatum picks up his first personal foul. And Reggie, this is the time when I hand you the baton as you take a look at his point spread. And here we go. So Hart.
I'll explain exactly what's going on the live.
Good. Well, you're going to have to make it up because there's no graphic to support you.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You said the record is 18.
Yes.
I just want to take a guess here. I would assume maybe Golden State. Do we know?
Well, I'll keep thinking about it.
Okay.
Keep thinking about it. Tatum, about a minute to go. It's Holiday and Brunson. Off to Tatum. He's free. He fires. That was for the tie the record all time. It's Brunson with White sticking on him. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. Shot clock at 7. Holiday is there. Horford knocks it away. Horford timed that beautifully.
And this is the flexibility that the Celtics play with. You had a perimeter player in Holiday guarding Karl Anthony Towns, which means what? Al Horford can rotate over from the weak side and be that rim protector.
Seconds to fire. Towns muscling his way in. Boy, a pretty play by Karl Anthony Towns. Count it, and fouled on the play. Horford picks up number 1.
He had to absolutely work for this 2 right here. Nice job here by Karl Anthony Towns, being able to deliver with contact. He's in double figures now.
Karl Anthony Towns a season ago with Minnesota, 87% from the free throw line. 3-point play is right there. Final half minute of the first half of the first game of the NBA season, the 79th year of NBA basketball, or professional basketball in its form right now. Tatum, Brunson there, spins off him, dives in for 2.
And they want to get that switch with Jalen Brunson guarding Jason Tatum.
Brunson makes a move. Anthony set the screen. Tatum will defend Brunson, and the cutting Josh Hart inside. 1.5 to go. All right, you want to know who the record was by?
Yes.
Milwaukee. 18 and a half. That's the record. Horford could tie it, and nope. All right, but 17 is still pretty good.
That was my next guess, was Milwaukee.
Was it? Oh, was it good? Oh, you're in mid-season form. All Boston, 25 from Tatum. And on the Knicks side, 15 from Brunson. We'll take a break and take you to our halftime. You're watching Kia NBA Tip-Off 2024 as they raise the 18th banner here in Boston.
American Express halftime report live from Boston is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
Opening night of the NBA season, Celtics right there. Yeah, it's raining threes like the day I beat the Chuckster in OKC.
Ernie Janosevic. Ernie Janosevic.
Oh, my.
I was amazed.
I know you were.
I was amazed that you beat Chuck in a 3.
I was glad that you were there for the
right, sorry.
report.
It's amazing.
Hit 10 out of 20 that day, as a matter of fact. But that's beside the point. Welcome, everybody. And no, hold your applause. No, I know.
Yeah, hold it.
You see a lot of great shooting performances here. I know. It's American Express halftime report. The Boston Celtics, the champs, on top 74-55 over the New York Knicks. And the American Express teammates' three-point shooting really telling the story. Because the Celtics, who hit about 16 a game last year, hit 17 in the first half from deep, 17 out of 32. And you see that Jason Tatum got himself 19 points. Jaylen Brown's got 12. They got 4 in double figures. We'll get to the Celtics and what they've done in a second. And they've got basically the same team back that won the championship. Not exactly the same story with the Knicks. You add Karl Anthony Towns. What did you make of his first half?
Well, Charles and I does not like when he's not aggressive. We don't like him at the top of the key, even though he can hit the shot. Like right there. You do your team at a disservice. You're not making a strong move. You're not joining the defense. You're in no man's land. Right here, you got a smaller guy on you. I don't like the weak dribbles. Be more aggressive. Make the defense come down. Even though he hit that shot, I don't like that. Right here, you got to go quick and you got to be aggressive. Again, you can either score or make the team double and get a better shot for your teammate. Now look, right here. I hate when big man just on the other side not doing nothing. Right now, Chuck, duck in.
Come on,
demand the ball. Get
Come
it.
on, man.
Easy 2 points. Right then, you don't help your teammate out. So again, I need him to be aggressive. I know when you talk about the Knicks, you don't really talk about offense. You talk about defense. I think he's going to have a problem defensively. Very slow-footed. And when he tries to play aggressive defense, he gets in foul trouble. But if he's going to play offense, me and Chuck, we need him to be aggressive.
He's got 12 in the first half. Brunson had 15. Chuck?
Yeah, this was all. I just want to watch Karl play because he frustrates me at times. There's no reason for Drew Holiday to be guarding him. That's an insult to put a guy on you when you're 7'2". Ain't no way me or Shaq or any great big man would be like, you're going to put a little munchkin on me? That's not going to work. Or I'm going to get every offensive rebound. But I actually want to say what I like seeing from the Celtics. If I'm Jason Tatum, I am pissed off at what happened during the Olympics. And I'm coming in like, oh, y'all think I ain't good enough to play in the Olympics? We just won the championship. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. I'm like,
It wasn't even on that team.
it wasn't, yeah, it probably should have been. I'm going to send a message to Adam Silver and Grant Hill says, okay, let's get this Olympic thing ready. Y'all, we're going to dominate this year.
It is a 74-55 game. The Celtics on top. You know, Jet, we're not inside Studio J, so
Yeah,
no, run to the board.
too much, but I do have it. You know what? I'm going to the board.
Watch
Let's
that
go,
step.
let's go. It's slippery up here, Shaq. I wanted you to race me, Shaq, because it's so slippery. And ladies and gentlemen, it is the big boy time. It is big boy time. And if you look at, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. If you look at the Celtics, what they are versatile basketball. And make sure we show these two idiots down here later, no doubt. Because look, he gets off the ball, Jason Tatum. You can be a superstar and get off the ball. That's why I like the Celtics. Again, Drew Holiday, get off the ball, find Jaylen Brown. They do not hold the ball for more than a second. Now I can ISO. You ISO me, now I'm going to have an opportunity to just knock it down. Again, Jaylen Brown, get off the ball, find Drew Holiday. That's why those shots are going in. Everyone gets off the ball for the Boston Celtics, and that's why they are the world champs. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
They have led by as many as 24.
It is slippery.
They lead it by 19 after 24 minutes in the season opener here on TNT.
great night for elements.
Matty Ice.
Meantime, game 2 of our doubleheader. This could be the night we see an NBA first of LeBron James playing with his son, Bronny. Lakers hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves in game 2.
Santa Claus.
To offensive rebound, and that led to a lot of threes, second shot opportunities for the Celtics here against the Knicks in that first half. And because they are so active, they're not an incredibly tall team, but they are an active team on the offensive glass.
And for more, let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, hey, Kevin. Hey, Reggie. Coach Thibodeau is staying positive with his team, but he's been forceful in saying, listen, this is on us. Our perimeter defense has to be tougher, and when we get rebounds, we have to push the floor. Offensively, he says it's too crowded in there. Create spacing, give each other more options by spreading the floor. He also says, we didn't come to play tonight. We didn't have our game, so let's make it happen tonight. Will it to happen, guys. Don't just settle for less.
Manufacture a little bit. Anunoby missing on the first shot. And Allie, we thank you. Here comes Tatum. And it's off to Brown out there with Holiday. It's a three from Brown.
Where they left off in that first half, a three by Jaylen Brown, recognizing that he had a backpedaling Karl Anthony Towns.
Brunson willing himself inside with a hard drive, and it was knocked away, and a turnover for the Knicks.
Great hands there by Drew Holiday.
White, Brown, Horford, Holiday, and Tatum. That's the Celtic five. White. 2 threes to start the second half. for Boston, and they've got their biggest lead tonight over New York.
19 for 34. 56% from downtown for Boston.
Knicks into that first half with 55 points. That's a defensive 3.
Defensive 3-second violation.
Look at all the Boston players. All 5 are behind the three-point line. No one's even inside the 3. Welcome to the modern day NBA, people, where you used to play inside out. Everyone now is just hovering above that 3-point line. That was amazing.
Bridges at the line.
They're trying anyway to get Mikal Bridges going. He's missing free throws here.
8 years ago, Joe Mazzulla, the coach you just saw there, the Boston Celtics, was an assistant G League coach. Played in West Virginia for Bob Huggins.
Look, they're just switching everything on the perimeter. This is how good this Celtics team is.
Carl Anthony Towns and Horford. Shot clock at 1. Inside, it's Hart.
Shoe came off there for Holiday.
2-time All-Star, 2-time champion Drew Holiday, 5-time All-Defensive selection, and won gold in Paris this past summer.
And was voted by the GMs as the best perimeter defender in the GM survey.
And the second best defender overall in the NBA. And there's a drive inside. Bryson, you see, being hoisted off the floor. Foul on Anunoby. Reggie, you told me today that you think going into the season, the New York Knicks are the second best team in the NBA.
I do. And I know tonight, obviously down 23, not showing what the Knicks are going to be come April, May, and hopefully June. But to have the 2 best teams, in my opinion, in the same conference, same division, it's a plus for Eastern Conference fans. But I just think what they did in the offseason, they pretty much mirrored why the Celtics are so successful.
Brunson with the hesitation.
And they've got a bona fide superstar in Brunson.
Horford deflected the pass by Bridges. Holiday 3.
Timeout, and a quick timeout for Coach Thibodeau. Again, the Celtics picking up where they left off in that first half.
Ford's
season used to be called the in-season tournament. Now it's called the Emirates NBA Cup. And it tips off in November. On the 12th of November, the tournament returns with all 30 teams in group play and 8 advancing to the knockout rounds. But only one will capture the NBA Cup. Visit nba.com/cup to learn more.
Lakers winning it last year, beating the Pacers.
Anthony Towns needed to making a change out of it. Drake Bridges will launch a long shot.
There it
finally goes. It is
there
a three.
It goes.
Mikal Bridges. First basket tonight. 1 of 6. Sometimes it only takes one to go in. Towns will pick up a foul.
But it looked better. It looked smoother. It looked like he wasn't even thinking on this. There was no hitch at the top. If you look at the previous shots, it looked like there was a hitch. This one was just catch and release.
Well, they need him, but they gave up a lot to get him in that deal with the Nets. You don't see those two teams doing deals very often. Tatum. Bridges on, screen by Horford. Approaching 3 minutes gone here in the third. Celtics have led by as many as 26. Horford, Holiday 3.
21 made threes now.
The all-time NBA record for the
Hurry up. Better hurry up.
It was a violation. 8 seconds.
How about the defense here by Jaylen Brown on Jalen Brunson? Just forces him into a backcourt violation here. That little deflection right there.
I think Brown's getting ready for a big season. Tatum, 16-footer.
And that's saying a lot for a guy that's coming off 2 Eastern Conference Finals MVP and Finals MVP.
Long shot won't go. Bodies on the floor, including Josh Hart and Al Horford. With 8:28 to go here in the third. Foul goes on Horford. That is the second on him. And TNT Sports on True TV is here. And it's bringing you action from some of your favorite leagues. With live games, original shows, and more, it's your new destination for sports moments. Watch every night starting at 6 Eastern on True TV with Josh Hart at the line. Bridges, Brunson, Hart, all part of that 2-time national championship Villanova Wildcat team.
The chemistry on this New York team, it is unbelievable. And they play for one another. There's no selfishness. It's all about the common goal, and that's winning. That's why this team is going to be successful.
Horford into 2 defenders. Towns claims the rebound. And he's got 7. Carl Anthony has scored 12 as well. Brunson making a move, and Brown is there to defend. Brown the rebound. Driving hard into Brunson. Foul called. It's on Brunson, who will take a charge with the best of them. But that time, he draws it.
Yeah, just a little bit late.
Yep, you're right.
A little bit late rotating over. He guessed right. He was just late getting there.
Reggie, this run by the Celtics last season, which was a 64-win year, 64-18. They never lost more than 2 games in a row all season long.
And number one, they were 37-4 in this building, right? So everyone had to come through here. Look at
Sweet
this.
move by Tatum.
Well, he is part of that Jordan brand, right? Very reminiscent of number 23 on that move right there by Tatum.
21 made threes by Boston. Inside, Bridges got it with a good feed on the perimeter.
So that's back-to-back baskets by Mikal Bridges now. Yeah, what did you say? Sometimes it just takes one.
Tatum 3. He's got 32 points with 5 minutes gone in the third quarter.
And is 12 of 15 from the floor, 7 of 10 from downtown.
Brunson watches it roll in. Jalen Brunson last year was number 5 in MVP voting in the NBA. Indispensable for the Knicks. Horford with a triple. Hart with the rebound. Off to Brunson in stride. Fearlessly takes it in for 2.
19 for Brunson.
Everyone outside that three-point line for the Celtics.
In the corner, it's White. Times the close. The three is down. White with 17 points. 2 consecutive threes in the third.
Now, does that tie the most threes by a
23
on opening night?
by Charlotte in 2019.
People are scratching their head right now like, who was on that Charlotte Hornets team that made 23 threes?
And it wasn't Del Curry, let me tell you.
It's 2019.
Bridges,
Or Glenn Rice.
3 in a row. Bridges has found his stroke here in the third. Who'd you say?
Or Glenn Rice.
Or Glenn Rice, yeah.
That's my era.
Yeah. 5.5 to go in the third. Opening night here in Boston. And the rings are gorgeous. Round 3. The NBA record for threes in a game in any part of the season. 29 in 2020 by Milwaukee. Boston is on their way. Biggest lead tonight. Raining threes for the Celtics.
Let's go. No drop. No drop. No drop. No drop. Hey, Reed. Sway, hey, go to your side. told you I was going to get one. I told you I was going to get one.
I'm gonna be in that corner, but I'm gonna stay disciplined. But if the ball goes up, I'm going for the board.
Find that hook. I got that from you.
Sims and McBride have come off the bench here in the third, and McBride's got the ball and launches a three. He has been a sharpshooter all night long. 17 points. Miles McBride, 7-7 off the Thibodeau bench.
I mean, he just checked in and drained the three.
Nice pass. Cornette inside. He's come off the bench with Richard Hauser. White parachutes in out of the Raptors and picked up by Josh Hart. Brunson fakes the three. Hauser is there. And Jericho Sims. Brunson again. In the paint. To go. New York is shooting over 60%, and yet they trail by this gigantic margin.
Kevin, this is what makes Jalen Brunson so great. You talk about a young man who knows angles and how to play angles, and already being left-handed, he's able to create that advantage. Just a gifted score. What a season a year ago, and what a playoff run.
Yeah, incredible. Fourth in scoring. And the leadership role. He's a captain of this team.
And they made a big deal about that in New York, right?
Yes. Pretty some special guys in the history of that terrific organization. Long organization history. And captainship is something they do not hand out lightly. Tatum, shot clock at 6. Bridges there, screen is set, into White, screen roll. Easily done.
White now up 19 points, 7 of 10 shooting. There's those angles.
Thompson again, taking it in. Cornette cleans the glass. Tatum will gallop the other way. And Hart is on him. And White will drive on Brunson.
Foul on Brunson again. It's going to be his third.
Well, the last back-to-back champion, Reggie, in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors, in that 17-18 season, it is a very difficult thing to try to repeat.
Yeah, and again, I tell people all the time, you also need luck on your side, too, on your way to winning any type of championship. Because for the most part, the Celtics were relatively healthy. Now, again, no Porzingis. He only played 25 games a year ago, but they were 31-6 without him. So that lets me know that the depth is there for Boston. And again, they re-sign everyone, and now you've got championship experience. You were 37-4 in this building a year ago, and you see what they're doing to New York Knicks, who, in my opinion, are the second best team in the Eastern Conference, and probably the NBA.
And Brunson Alley will put up a 3, and it will sail out of bounds. Boston very impressive alley tonight.
He's been incredible, and he's had a really steady mentality, too. When I spoke to Jalen Brunson earlier today, he said, listen, we haven't done anything yet. We have to be ready and come to work every single day. We can't listen to the noise around what people think of us. We still have a lot of time to build the chemistry. It's a new roster. They're going to get high-volume minutes, guys, so it's really about staying healthy and making sure every day they build on that chemistry.
You think you got it sometimes, but sometimes you don't. Brunson will take it across the lane. Look at all the green jerseys around him, clinging to him, and a drive-by Hart bounced and fouled as he took it in a congested lane. This election followed the best political team in the business. Follow the insights from the world's top journalists. Follow CNN.
And also, too, partner, think about this. You can't tell me that Boston, they know what was going on in New York. They saw the big splashes. Mikal Bridges comes over from Brooklyn. They go out and get Cat. Again, I talked about it being a copycat league. This is a statement type game. You got the champs, they get their rings, they raise the banner. But oh, by the way, we're playing the team that is modeling themselves to come after us. We've got to come out and put a statement on them.
Bridges wiggles in, works on Cornette.
He looks much more comfortable here in the second half.
Well, I think you said it before. He said, forget it. I'm just going to go out and play.
Go out and play.
He's got 9. All have come here in the third quarter. Again, 0-6. Boston last year, won 4-5 against the Knicks. Wow. Tatum again laces it. 8 threes for Tatum, matching the most he has made in the game all of last season. His career high, 9. McBride, Bridges, open triple. Cornet had a hand on it, retrieved by Payne off the bench, resetting, Anunoby. Cameron Payne coming off a good preseason, knocks in the tray.
I will say this. Offense has not been the problem for the Knicks. They're shooting 58%, 37 from deep. But they've had no answer at guarding that three-point line for Boston.
Knicks set the record. You can see it right there. 25 made threes. White and counting. 26
and counting. I mean, this is almost like Pop-A-Shot. This is video games, what we're seeing right now from the Celtics.
I mentioned this earlier, the NBA all-time record for a game, 29 made by Milwaukee in 2020. Bridges with a 3 at the other end. Good to see him get some traction here in the third for the Knicks.
And another corner 3 here by Bridges. League leader over the last few years in that department.
He's got 12. It's a White 3, McBride the close. And the rebound by Jericho Sims, wearing a new number, 45 last year, 20 this season. McBride, Sims a screen. Knocking his way in, McBride. Saved by White. 3 on the fly, White. And out of bounds, it ricochets.
Derek White is not shy.
He's got the new contract. Little Olympic time.
And a gold medal to boot.
And
championship ring. Well, that's what it was. He knew he was coming out. Hit one last one up. Nice vet move there, D. White. I'm going to call it like it is.
Oh, yeah, exactly. White 13 in that third quarter alone. Yeah, Pritchard on Bridges and Sims to Deuce McBride.
Yes.
That's a 3 for Deuce.
Yes. I've been thoroughly impressed by Deuce McBride's game tonight.
He's got 7 of 8 going shooting tonight. He's just really on it. Double sneak. 4
Luke Cornet flying high here.
Luke Cornet, a former Knick, played his first 2 seasons with the Knicks.
And again, another offensive rebound for Boston. It's one of their superpowers.
Difference of about 8 seconds. Game clock, shot clock winding down the third. It's Payne from McBride driving on Tatum and a floater on the fly. He beat the clock. Final seconds of the third. Pritchard splits. And pickpocket with some nice neat defense. And that concludes the third. Boston has been incredibly efficient. 27 assists. Just 2 turnovers and a ton of threes. 26 of them. Let's go to the fourth, and you're watching Kia NBA Tip-Off 2024.
time by the Milwaukee Bucks. Why the Celtics have been so successful over the last few years, culminating in a championship a year ago. They share the basketball, and they play for one another.
7 different Celtics have hit a three-point shot tonight, with Holiday and McBride going the other way. We've started the fourth. Hauser and Payne, Brown and Sims. Shot clock at 4. Brown. David Tillman gets the offensive rebound for the Celtics. Hauser 3.
And counting. 27. 2 off from tying.
You and I did a playoff game one time in Cleveland, and was it Atlanta or Cleveland that was in all the threes with some of those players that tried inside Anunoby? It was a playoff game. Remember that game in Cleveland? Hit all those threes, but clearly Milwaukee in 2020 with 29 is the mark, and 27
well,
by
that was
the
Coach
Celtics.
Bud, and that's, you know, when it was ISO Joe, and Al Horford was a part of that Atlanta team.
Tillman picks up the foul, and they've got Anunoby at the free throw line.
Kyle Korver.
Kyle Korver was on that team, that's right. Cleveland had some.
I believe, was Jeff Teague the point guard on that team?
On that Atlanta team, yes, but it was Cleveland that night that was just unstoppable. Brown. It's over Sims. It's a 3, and that's 28. And they're 1 away from tying the NBA record for threes in a game.
All you can do is laugh at this point, right?
I mean, no one's beaten the Celtics in the entire league tonight, regardless of. I mean, this is just a clinic.
We could put an all-star team together of the rest 29 of the other teams, and they would not be beating the Celtics tonight.
They're shooting that just that well. With great players in the house. There's a foul on Payne, who is defending Brown. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, is here. Ray Allen is here. Paul Pierce is here. All a part of the wonderful ceremony before the game, putting up that 18th banner. And by the way, 18 championships is the most in the NBA.
Oh, the shooter. I remember being in this building when he broke my record for threes against Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. What a special moment that was.
Brown, that's a foul on Anunoby. OG Anunoby will pick it up. He signed, Anunoby did, a 5-year, $212 million contract. That is the most expensive contract in the history of the Knicks. 10:28 to go here in the fourth, with Brown at the line.
And I think the reason they went with that contract, remember now, the Knicks were 20-3 after they made that trade for OG. So they understood the success they had and what he brings to this Knicks team. Don't look at the offense. Look at the hustle, the hard work, the tenacity, and the grit. I mean, this guy tried to play Game 7 versus Indiana on basically a torn hamstring. That's how tough he is.
Jaylen Brown. Reggie mentioned this earlier, the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, the NBA Finals MVP. McBride 3. Rebound by Tillman. He played at Michigan State and came right before the trade deadline for Memphis. It's Brown inside, poked away, out of bounds. And a foul is called, and it goes on Cameron Payne. The last year played with Philadelphia and Milwaukee. Celtics sitting at 28 three-point shots made. One more, they tied the all-time NBA record for a game. Brown, this is a 2. And it's picked up by Anunoby and off to Bridges. And a foul on Brown. Reggie, how long do you think it takes to bring in not just new players, but 2 significant players like Bridges and Karl Anthony?
Well, I think it'll be easier on the side of Karl Anthony Towns because he's familiar with Coach Thibodeau and his system, having played under him in Minnesota. Now, Bridges now, again, I think it'll be easy just for the simple fact as he won 2 NCAA championships with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, so he's familiar with playing with those guys. So I think it'll be somewhat easy for both guys.
Horford a screen, Pritchard with the ball. Sims comes out on him. It's Horford. McBride will defend. And the Knicks only down 123-91.
Kevin, when you guys were referencing the Cat relationship with Tibbs, he told me before the game, Cat, he said, it felt foreign. I'm not used to playing in another jersey. It was an awkward situation, he said. But to have Tibbs with me is great. He said we have a great relationship. We've both grown. We're more mature. We're at different stages of our life. So it's cool to be together again with such different mentalities. He said the bottom line is we both want to win basketball games and be the best that we can be at our jobs, though. But it definitely helped with an uncomfortable transition for him.
It's Tillman inside, Pritchard and out to Horford. That's a three, and that ties the record. That's number 29. It ties the all-time NBA record for three-point shots made in the game.
They have a chance to smash this thing right here. We got a little under 9 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Infamous Anunoby at the other end. Holiday, timeout, New York. A bit of history in Boston tonight, not only raising the 18th championship banner, but tying the all-time record for three-point shots made in a single game. And getting it right there. Horford, number 29.
Can I vacuum here?
Who beat the Denver Nuggets, last year's defending champion, in the second round and made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. They'll take on the Lakers. There's a three by Payne, no, and a Sims rebound. Tomorrow night, the Bucks and 76ers, the Suns and Clippers. Then Thursday, we'll be in Dallas for the Spurs and Mavs, then the Thunder and the Nuggets. And for more, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. By the way, you see in history, this could be it right here by Brown, short, and it whistles out of bounds. You might see history tonight in Los Angeles if Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, and the two are on the floor at the same time. And there's a lot of conjecture that that will happen tonight, and you can watch history on TNT. McBride, everything is dropping for him. Everything. He throws up 22 points for Miles McBride.
I'm looking for history right here for the Celtics. The next 3 to go in with a little over 7 minutes left here in the fourth.
They got 7:40 to do it, right? 7.5 minutes to do it. Cornette with the screen. Got it from in the corner. Brown fakes it, kicks it. Tillman, step back, 3, short. And Anunoby. Kane, triple, no. Pritchard rebound. By the way, also on that Minnesota team now, Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, former Knicks.
Randle, former Laker.
Into Tillman. Holiday placed it well to the big man on the move. Xavier Tillman. Off-season knee surgery, and he's moving better. As you can see, that surgery helped alleviate pain that he's been experiencing. He said really since the days he played in East Lansing. McBride in the corner. Dadier. Pacone Dadier, who's back in the game after playing a little bit in the first half. He is one of 4 French players drafted in the first round. 19 years of age. Tillman takes it. Pritchard for the record. Nope.
I think they know. You think they know?
They must now. Because they got 3 straight misses. Nice leaping catch inside made by Sims, and outside it goes for Anunoby with a whistle in there on the rebound try, and a 32-point lead for Boston. They've led by as many as 35.
And Mazzulla now going even deeper on the bench now, bringing in Jordan Walsh here. Bringing back Sam Hauser, Holiday, Brown to the bench here.
Huck Porty will check in now for the Knicks as well. He is a rookie from Germany. And he gets it. He was taken number 58. Driving in his pain. A lot of traffic in that paint with a whistle and a foul. Kick, nope, not a foul, was kicked out. Growing pains tonight for the Knicks. They'll be working on this. 2 new major parts. Injuries to a center to start the season. Mitchell Robinson won't be back for a while on that baseline driving. And Sims sneaks it up and through. Peyton Pritchard. He played in Oregon. Late first-round pick by the Celtics. 5.5 to go. They'll take it in with a
good block there.
Porty was the one to get it. And that was deflected out of bounds by Tillman, who was lunging on the pass by Dadier, and he is watching the Knicks inbound. Tyler Kolek is going to check in too. He played at Marquette last year.
Had a really good summer league and preseason for the Knicks.
He's a terrific player. Yes. He was a great player for the Marquette Golden Eagles out of Milwaukee. He was the Big East Player of the Year, driving his pain. And he gets it to go. It is so quiet in this building. Jordan Walsh. He's out of Arkansas. Kolek is on Pritchard. Hauser. It's a 3 for the record. We'll see that all night long. It's not going to happen. Jensen, under 5 to go. And on the move, once again, he'll sail in. Talking to Joe Mazzulla before the game, he said we're going to get a chance to develop different guys, rotations, because we've got Porzingis out. You can do some different things, and you always want to keep evolving, even though we bring back the same 13. Pritchard with the three, and the rebound is by Sims, and Kolek has it. Another left-handed backup point guard. As is Payne, Kolek a three, he nails it for the Knicks. Timeout taken by Boston. They've got a starting left-handed point guard in Brunson, and his backups are both left-handed. They step aside on TNT. We have a beautiful night here in Boston. The NBA on TNT is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Pritchard just joining us. The Celtics are one three-point shot away from making NBA history with 30 in a game. Walsh, Hauser driving on Kolek and got it. We saw Kolek last year in the tournament, and he was impressive for Marquette, but they couldn't advance as far as they wanted to. Phoenix Suns have the center from that team. Here's Payne. This is over Walsh.
Payne off the bench now in double figures with 11.
In Boston's 4 wins over New York last year in the regular season, 3 of those wins were by double digits. Spinning move, Tillman. And that knee, which is all this we talked about before, and Payne the other way. 3.5 to go. Not yet. Tillman the rebound. clock. Screen, Cato, who's just off the bench. Gaudier's defense. Hauser works on Kolek at three.
Brownie Sunday's looking real good right about
We need a
now.
little bet.
Real good right about now.
Going to DQ. Gaudier inside to Sims and out and turned over. So I mentioned it before, but Bronny James, if he gets on the floor with his dad, LeBron, on the floor at the same time, will become the first time a father-son has ever played in the NBA at one time.
I understand the Griffies are going to be in attendance for this game as well. Tim Griffey Sr. and Jr.
That's NBA basketball. Pritchard with a three. No! Back out to Hauser. Three for the record. No! Rebound. Pritchard out to Tillman. Pritchard, three. This could be the record.
DQ! DQ!
You're going to think DQ. That's disqualified to you, and Cole again turns it over on the drive.
So at one point,
The whole crowd knows it.
At one point, Boston was shooting close to 60% from three. Now they're down to 51. They've missed, what, their last 8? 9. Their last 9.
Tillman, is this the record? No! Porty grabs it with a whistle. Celtics bench. They smell history. They can taste history. They can almost touch history.
And they've been sitting on 29 for some time.
Yes. Tyler Kolek. Sims. Gaudire. Walsh will defend. Shot clock down to 7. And now, it's out of bounds. So another turnover for Kolek. But they've missed 10 straight threes. There's no food on the line here. There's no ice cream to flow. There's no benefit. It's just an NBA record. But Tyler, Pritchard, this is for the record. Rebound up 40.
And it hasn't been for a lack of effort.
Yeah,
Because they've had some pretty good looks here.
yeah. Jacob Toppin is in. Kolek will scoop it up. A chance right here.
This is to the crowd here.
And the Knicks know it. They're going to really fight for this.
It's going to be someone like Tillman.
Here's the Hauser. Three. No. Tillman trying to get it, and that's a loose ball foul, and they call it on Gaudire.
They'll get another possession here to try
Picks it up.
It's going to be Tillman Sr. I'm calling it. I'm going on the
I'm
line.
going to go with Hauser, who is the 11th best three-point shooter last season in the NBA.
Someone go give Ray Allen a jersey.
Yeah, right. Walsh, could he be the right? Oh! That just sailed without hitting anything. 13 straight three-point misses.
Right now, the Bucks are saying, keep our name right there with Boston.
Drive by Sims, outside it goes. Toppin.
Okay, this is probably their last possession.
I think so too.
This is it.
And the crowd knows it.
This
The time is
is
it.
it.
One more.
And they have to shoot the basketball, too, as well. So here, unless they're going to take the turnover. Yep, they're going to dribble it out. They're not going to go for it.
They're going to stick at 29 and tie the all-time record for three-point shots made in the game that couldn't miss for 3 straight
I'm good
quarters.
with this. I'm good with this. I'm good with it. Dribble it out.
Well, you're going to play
It's a
this
classy-
team
yes.
3 more
It's a
times.
classy move. I like it. You had your opportunities.
24-second violation.
Yeah, right there.
You had your opportunities.
I know. Sorry, sir.
Of course the fans want it.
That'll be it. And the Boston Celtics go to 1-0. The defending NBA champions getting their rings, hoisting the banner against what you think, Reggie, might be their stiffest competition in the Eastern Conference. Really took care of them tonight, 132-109.
And again, for people in New York, don't be like coming out saying what's wrong with the Knicks. This is one game. Game one. This team, when it's all said and done in the end, I feel is the second best team in the Eastern Conference. They have everything that it takes.
Look at Jalen Brunson, heart and soul of this team. But tonight, it was not to be for the Knicks. Boston wins it. Let's go to Allie LaForce.
Jason, congratulations on an incredible start. There was no missing with this team tonight. Setting NBA records, tying NBA records, nothing could miss. And on a night where you had to carry the emotions over from a ring ceremony, what's going through your mind as you just witnessed so much greatness on your opening night?
Man, I'm really proud of the way we played. Tonight was emotional. This was a celebration of what we accomplished last year. For a lot of us, that was our first experience getting a ring and raising the banner. So tonight was special, and to kind of have to reset and go try to win a basketball game against a really good team on opening night. The way that we just came out and responded and played the right way, I'm proud of us.
We knew this team was elite at three-point shooting, but did you even surprise yourself a little bit as you saw each one continue to go in?
No, not really, but I'm surprised we missed every three for the last 8 minutes. We're going to be upset about that.
What excites you most about the way you guys started?
Just kind of like how we transitioned from last year, right? Last year was special, and tonight is kind of like we got to put it behind us. We won our ring, got our ring, raised the banner, and now it's on to the next season. We got to get ready for Washington on Thursday, but we got to enjoy the night, get ready for Thursday.
So much to look forward to. Great start, Jason. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Boston tonight wins at 132-109. Our producer, Tom Heights. Our director, Jonathan Bywaters. Statistician, Brian Taylor. Associate Director, Adam Orfinger. Graphics producer, Tyler Makins and Elizabeth Crafton. For Reggie Miller, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific TNT crew, Kevin Harlan saying good night from Boston. You've been watching the NBA on TNT, your exclusive home of the NBA All-Star 2025.
Thank you.